I've been buying creatine for 20 years. Thousands of dollars, I might have a problem. But today, I finally settled the debate. Is Creatine HMB actually better than regular creatine? Or just expensive marketing? Because everywhere I look, someone's selling upgraded creatine. Instagram ads nonstop, new and improved formula, better absorption, enhanced recovery, maximum bioavailability.
Any more muscle? I don't think I'm ever gonna gain more muscle.
Shake up your muscle building routine like I do with Cell-Tech and Nitro-Tech. It's the fuel you need to help build muscle. Look, you gained 15 pounds of muscle in 13 weeks.
Yeah, Cell-Tech and Nitro-Tech really work.
Bro, it's creatine monohydrate. It's been the same compound for 30 years. What exactly did you improve? The price tag? The marketing? The budget? The fancy label design? So I bought every version I could find. Regular creatine monohydrate, creatine HMB combinations, creatine with buffered this, chelated that, even creatine with 15 other random ingredients. Been rotating between different creatine formulas for months. Same brutal workouts, same balanced diet that I have, same sleep schedule, same everything except for the powder. So I tested it myself. 4 weeks on creatine HMB, same 6-day training split. Here's what happened. The results shocked me, but not in the way you think. First, you need to understand something about HMB. Something that supplement companies conveniently leave out of their marketing. HMB stands for beta-hydroxy beta-methyl butyrate. It's a metabolite of amino acid leucine. Your body already makes tiny amounts of it naturally. The theory is that extra HMB prevents muscle breakdown. But here's what they don't tell you in those fancy ads. HMB research shows benefits primarily in 3 specific populations. Complete beginners who've never touched a weight before, elderly people over 65 losing muscle mass, people in severe caloric deficit eating under 1200 calories. If you've been training for more than 6 months, you're probably none of those categories, which means HMB might be completely useless for you. Let me give you some context about my background. I've been training since 2004. That's over 20 years of lifting. Reviewing supplements since 2013. That's 12 years of testing powders and pills. I own 40 plus pre-workouts. This is all behind me. That collection is worth more than most people's cars. I clearly have a supplement addiction, but it means I've tested everything. My mom calls from Jordan every week. Habibi, why are you always buying powder from the internet? The neighbors think you are doing drug dealer. Miss Fatima asked if you're selling steroids. Why so many packages every day? Mom, it's creatine. It's legal. What is this creatine? It sounds like medicine. It builds muscle, mama. Then why do you still look like chicken? Maybe you should try eating more hummus instead. Thanks for the motivation, Mom. Love you too. But seriously, she's not wrong about the drug dealer thing. I get packages from supplement companies weekly. My mailman probably thinks I'm running some operation. Anyway, here's exactly what happened during my test. 4 weeks on Transparent Labs creatine HMB. 5 grams creatine plus 1.5 grams HMB daily. Taken post-workout with water. Cost $60 for 1 month supply. Versus regular creatine monohydrate. 5 grams daily, same timing, cost $20 for 3 months. Triple the price for some added HMB. This better cure my social anxiety or fix my credit score. Maybe throw in some therapy sessions too. HMB is supposed to work through a completely different mechanism than regular creatine. Creatine increases your phosphocreatine stores. That gives you more explosive power for those first few reps. HMB supposedly reduces muscle protein breakdown. It's like having a bouncer at your muscle fibers saying, nope, you can't break down today. Notice how I said supposedly, because when I dug into the actual research, most HMB studies are conducted on very specific populations. Study 1, 70-year-old woman with sarcopenia. Study 2, People eating 800 calories per day for rapid weight loss. Study 3. Complete beginners doing their first month of resistance training. Study 4. Elderly men recovering from bed rest. Do you see the pattern here? HMB works when your body is already in a muscle wasting state. If you're under 50, eating adequate protein and training consistently, HMB shows minimal to zero additional benefit. But I'm not one to just trust studies without personal testing, so I tested it anyway. 4 weeks on Creatine HMB from Transparent Labs. Same 6-day training split, same everything. Here's what actually happened. Week 1, honestly, not much. It tasted good after workouts. I fast half the day, so sipping something flavored was nice. Maybe slightly less sore after a couple days, but could have been a placebo effect. Week 2, now we're talking. Soreness reduction was way better. I'm talking calves that usually kill me the next day, barely noticeable soreness. Recovery between workouts improved big time. I started looking forward to leg day again. Week 3, this is where things got interesting. Strength gains started kicking in hard. Weights felt lighter than usual. I could push closer to failure more often. The combination was hitting different than regular creatine. I could really tell a difference during this time versus week 1. Week 4, everything peaked. Soreness almost completely gone. Recovery was incredible. I felt like I could max out every single session. Then I ran out of the bottle. That's when reality hit. So it does work, but here's the catch. Before I give you my verdict, I want to know, are you team creatine or team creatine HMB? Drop it below because this one surprised me. So who is Creatine HMB for? Based on my actual research and personal experience, people pushing 100% in the gym. I'm talking training 6 days a week, going to failure almost every set. If you're noticing every tiny difference in performance, if you're tracking every rep, every set. Second is older lifters over 50. Most HMB studies focus on people in this age group. Age-related muscle loss is real. HMB helps combat that natural breakdown. Your body doesn't build muscle efficiently after 50. People cutting hard, trying to lose those last stubborn pounds in a significant caloric deficit when your body wants to eat muscle for energy, when every pound of muscle matters. Athletes or competitors, when that small percentage matters, when you're already optimized everything else, when money isn't the main concern, when marginal gains add up. Who definitely doesn't need Creatine HMB? Beginners who haven't mastered basic creatine yet, people eating maintenance or surplus calories, anyone on a tight supplement budget, people who haven't optimized their training, nutrition, and sleep first. Here's the honesty. You really have to work hard to notice a difference. I'm talking training 6 days a week, going to failure constantly, tracking every single workout. That's when that small percentage matters. If you're going to the gym 3 times a week, not pushing your limits, not tracking your progress, scrolling Instagram between sets, you probably won't notice anything. When I'm already giving that 100%, that extra 5% on top makes a huge difference. But if you're going to give 60% effort, that 5% improvement won't matter. It's like polishing a rusty car. If you do want to try it, I use Transparent Labs. They've been around for decades. Fully transparent formulas, natural flavors, no artificial junk, no prop blends, no hiding dosages, third party tested for purity. Code FitFrick works at Transparent Labs, also at NutriCartel, BMoxy Supplements, Huge Supplements, Shredded Sports. The list goes on. Shop around for the best price, but I usually get my stuff from Transparent Labs for Transparent Labs stuff. This stuff isn't cheap anywhere, but at least get a discount with my code. But Creatine HMB costs 3 times more than regular creatine. One bottle lasts a month. That's $40 to $60 versus $20 for 3 months. Do the math on the annual cost. We're talking $500 per year for HMB. I've made this mistake countless times, chasing the perfect supplement stack, thinking the next powder would unlock my genetic potential. I've literally spent thousands on creatine over 20 years. Different brands, different forms, different promises. Creatine ethyl ester, buffer creatine, creatine nitrate, when I should have been focused on the fundamentals. Plus, I get supplements for free now, which makes it even worse. I'm a creatine hoarder with commitment issues. Supplements don't fix inconsistent training. They don't fix a garbage diet. They don't fix poor sleep habits. They're the final 2% optimization after everything else is dialed in. When I first started lifting in 2004, I was terrified of creatine. I thought it was basically steroids. My gym body told me it would make me huge and strong overnight. I was 16 and gullible. I believed everything, My first week on creatine, I gained 6 pounds. I genuinely thought I had discovered the secret to instant muscle growth. I was already planning my professional bodybuilding career. Gonna be the next Arnold, obviously. Obviously, it was just water retention, but the strength gains over the following months were absolutely real. An extra rep here, an extra rep there, faster recovery between sets, less fatigue during longer workouts, muscles looked fuller and bigger. That's when I became a creatine believer. And that's what creatine does, with or without HMB. It works through a well understood mechanism. It has decades of research backing it up. It's safe, effective, and affordable. The gold standard for a reason. So here's my final recommendation after testing both extensively. If you're new to supplements, start with regular creatine monohydrate. If you're bulking or maintaining weight, stick with regular creatine. If you're cutting aggressively and have extra money, consider creatine HMB. If you're over 50 and concerned about muscle loss, creatine HMB might help. But honestly, for 90% of people watching this video, regular creatine is going to give you 95% of the benefits. That extra 5% improvement isn't worth it for most people. Your money is better spent somewhere else. I'd rather see you spend that extra $40 on higher quality food, or save it for a better gym membership, or invest in a proper training program, or put it towards your vacation fund, or just keep it in your pocket for something that actually matters, like your future gains when you've mastered the basics. Because consistency beats supplementation every time. Honestly though, I want to hear from you. How much have you spent on creatine over the years? Drop that number in the comments. I bet someone here has beaten my decades-long creatine addiction. And don't even get me started on my pre-workout collection. And tell me, are you a team regular creatine or team creatine HMB? Have you actually noticed a difference? Or have we all just become victims of clever marketing and placebo effects? Like this video if you've ever bought expensive supplements that barely worked. We've all been there. Don't feel bad about it. It's like a rite of passage in fitness. Everyone's been through it. Subscribe if you want me to keep testing supplements so you don't have to waste your money. Someone has to be the guinea pig for this industry. Might as well be the guy with the supplement addiction and questionable decision-making skills. Catch you in the next one where I'll probably test something even more expensive and unnecessary. My wallet hates me, but my viewers appreciate it. See you later.